just want to give you like an origin real quick of my story. I was born in Brooklyn. I lived my younger years there. After that, moved down south to Durham, North Carolina. My mother, my sister, and I moved to my grandmother's house. And made a long story short, I went to middle school, high school there, left, moved back up to New York with my father in Jamaica, Queens. Then after that, you know, you can't have two lions in one cage. You're gonna bump heads. So I left, moved back down to Durham, stayed there a little while, moved back up to New York, and at this time I stayed in Glen Cove, Long Island with my cousin. Make the long story short, I'm just gonna be straight real. She got too high. She got high all the time. You know what I'm saying? Not no coke or nothing, just, you know, weed. So I got fed up with that type of lifestyle. Moved back down south and stayed there for a little while. Moved to Durham, Raleigh, went back up to New York, stayed with my father, Jamaica, Queens. Got fed up with him, moved back down. So, you know, I've lived in New York, I've lived in North Carolina, I've also lived in Charlotte. As you can see, this is my neighborhood. I'm walking down a trail that leads to the little park playground we have for the kids, as well as a swimming pool, community swimming pool. And I just wanted to touch bases with you all real quick. I didn't mean no disrespect for us calling New York Babylon, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that has happened in New York that should have set off an alarm to let you all know that it's time to go. You see, New York is not New York. It's the state of mind. It's the people, it's the culture. And you can always take the culture with you wherever you go. A lot of times people are really reluctant. New Yorkers are really reluctant to leave because they feel as though that the South is slow. And this is a myth that's being broken, because this is the New South. And the New South has so many opportunities till it's ridiculous. And it's all about taking matters into your own hands and change. You know, yeah, I still have that instinct. I'm watching my back. That's that New York state of mind, no matter where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Even though this community is no violence, no gunshots and nothing like that. Late at night, people pull up their garages. You know, the men have man caves. I don't have one. I'm in the making one. You know, but they have man caves. They had big screen TVs, video games, all of that stuff. They drinking beer, all of that. It's a nice community. But the thing of it is with New Yorkers, you gotta want to change. Why would you want to be cooped up in New York like that, man? Why? Cooped up paying ridiculous amounts of rent for nothing. I stay in a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, garage, front yard and back. $14.50 a month. $14.50 a month. Yeah, true indeed. I gotta get in my car and drive straight down to Rivergate in order to go shopping. I don't have the luxuries of actually walking to a corner store. But really, like, why would I want to? I want to get fresh produce. Corner stores don't have that. And if you want that, Charlotte has that. You can go, you can live uptown, and they have it where you can walk to the stores. You can live in South Park. You can live in Ballantyne. So if you want that city like life, plus it being brand new, you could get that and more. But if you want this type of living in houses and having a community pool, a volleyball area, living in these houses, they need to cut the grass. Living in these houses, man, look at this. Come on. Now, taking heed, you can get that in Staten and Long Island, I know that. And some parts of Queens too. But paying a ridiculous amount of money to live in New York is ridiculous, where you could live like a king here. Think about it. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me that you can get all of this for $1,450 a month? Please tell me. I'm waiting, because I have family, I have friends that live in New York, and I'm like, you paying what? For what? Y'all don't even have a community pool. Y'all don't even have a fitness center, and you paying that ridiculous amount of money for that? You getting gypped. Look at this. Now take it heat, it ain't no 9-foot pool, you know what I'm saying? It's all 5 foot. But look at this, man. Picture yourself playing in the pool with your children. Nice pool, man. And you telling me you don't want this. You telling me you don't want this, man. You telling me that the South is the South is slow. No, I tell you what, and I'm just gonna be straight, cruel, real, and everything. And I don't care if you unsubscribe. I don't care. Because the thing of it is that New Yorkers have been down in the South for years. For years. And guess what? The South has been taking it. But now, this is a new day and time. And everybody is migrating, especially the Northerners, are migrating to cities like Charlotte, Atlanta, Jacksonville, Raleigh, Durham, and the list goes on. No, the South is not slow and dumb. The South is clean. The South is you can breathe. Look at all of the trees around. Look at nature. You don't have buildings upon buildings everywhere. Ain't nobody upset and mean. It's a concrete jungle in New York. Now don't get it twisted. I love New York. I was born there. Don't get it twisted. The summers are off the hook. It's a nice place to visit, but it's not a nice place to live. You having to work 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 jobs. That's crazy. And you still don't have nothing. I seen this video and they showed a 1-bedroom apartment. I don't even think it had a living room. 1-bedroom apartment, 1 bathroom. The kitchen was mad small. I think it was like 600 square foot. They were asking for $1,600. No amenities. I'm more than sure you probably can't even control your heat. You gotta have a box unit for air conditioning. Whereas you live in one of these houses, you're getting central air and heat. You get to control your air conditioning. You get to control your heat. Come on, yo. It's time to wake up. The millennials are waking up. That old state of mind that you have, for those that are older, that are looking at this video, is over. The 90s is done. We had our opportunity to shine, and we had our opportunity to have that stubborn state of mind that we have now, that we don't want to change. This is a new day and time. I may be older, but I think young. This is the reason why the youth flock to me. It ain't no time to be sitting here talking about, oh, New York is this and New York is... Nobody don't want to hear that anymore. I'm just being real. I'm just being real with you. The South don't want to hear that anymore. You go to Atlanta, no, yo, it's hard. You know how they say it's hard out here, like for a pimp. It's hard out here for people that live in Atlanta that's from New York. It's hard. Pause. This is a new day and time, man. Like I said, I mean no disrespect, because I know some of you all still live in Babylon, and don't act like y'all never heard the term before. Please with that. But it is what it is. It is a modern day Babylon. And eventually that Babylon is going to fall. Here in the state of North Carolina, you have the right to bear arms. I can go get me a shotgun. I could go get me a shotgun without a permit. But a handgun, I have 2 permits right now. I'm about to go get me a permit. I'm about to go get me a handgun. You could protect and defend yourself out here. You know it's hard to get a gun in New York. Because it's not legal. Basically, it's not legal for you to have one, for you to own one. Get out of Babylon, man. Come here. Where it's beautiful. Where it's beautiful. And you don't have to worry about when you step out of the house, it's got to be a fashion show. I don't have to worry about when I step out of here and go to the grocery store. Well, then let me make sure I edge myself up. Let me make sure I got my shirt. Come on, y'all know, y'all feel me? New York, please. New Yorkers, please. Y'all know y'all gotta feel me on this. You step out of the house, or excuse me, out of the apartments, because most of y'all stay in high-rise buildings, and the projects. I ain't trying to be funny, but you step out of your apartment or whatever, and you got to make sure that your sneakers is fresh. You got to make sure that you dripping from head to toe. I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about that. I get dressed up when I need to get dressed up. I look presentable when I need to look presentable. But when I'm going to the store and I'm just throwing on some flip-flops, a shirt, and some shorts, it is what it is. Not in New York, though. Not in New York, though. You can't do that. Man, I'm just trying to tell you, man. I'm just being real. This is the life right here. When I was younger, I thought like a young man. I thought like a young boy. I was immature. I was just like every average New Yorker. I had that state of mind of New York is better. New York has everything is better in New York. And the South is just nothing. And now as I'm I'm a grown man, and now I see that the South has opportunity, especially North Carolina. I never knew until I started doing research how many things that you can do in this state. Because I never paid attention to it when I was younger. Now that I'm I'm older, man, there's so many things that you could do in this state. Now listen, you don't have to move to Charlotte. You don't. You can move to Virginia. You can move, I'll say Charlotte because, I'm not saying I'm being biased, but I just think that it's more like, it's less racism. It's just better to me. You know what I'm saying? But you can move to Atlanta. I don't like Atlanta, and I've done several videos about it on my channel, my new one and old one. And you can move to Atlanta. You can move to Jacksonville. You can move to Orlando. But other than that, man, why put yourself in a position where you're living in a building, and if you don't know what it means, look it up. When you're living in a building and you're going through aura infringement every day because somebody is living above you, below you, on the left side of you, on the right side. I got neighbors, like real neighbors. Like I have somebody that lives several feet spaced apart from me. When I got upstairs and downstairs. When I hear people walking upstairs, it's my children. I can calm them down. I can tell them to shut up. I could tell them to turn the music down. You can't do that when you're living in an apartment. When you're living in a high-rise building. Man, I'm done. I got a father that's there, retired, and I just know he's gonna die there. I know it. My uncle Emmanuel died 2 weeks ago. I think he was like 80. Before he died, he was living in the same building, in the same apartment, on the same floor in Tompkins Projects. And he had the money to move out. He had the money to relocate. Which makes no sense to me. Let me explain something to you. I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm not gonna live the rest of my life in Charlotte. I'm not. I'm just gonna be real with you. There's other places that I wanna live. This is my lifestyle. This is the way that I live. And yes, true indeed, I'm gonna take my children, I'm gonna take my family wherever I go. My ultimate plan is to actually leave out of the country, to live in another country. I want to experience life to the fullest. However far my potential will take me, that's how far I want to go. So I'm telling you, for now, this is my home. And it could be yours too. Yo, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I tell you this, most of the people that hit me up, and I commend you all, sisters, most of the people that hit me up, DM me, and that I do tours for, are black women. You male New Yorkers are stubborn. And black women want to change. They want to change. And they're willing to do whatever it takes. They're like, I'm a single parent. I'm determined to get down there and live a better life for me and my child and I. Or in some cases, my children and I. Plural. That's who be DMing me. That's who be asking me the questions about Charlotte. I don't hardly get any men asking me questions about Charlotte, and I'm cool with it. But yeah, that's who's really like and wanting to leave New York. It's the black female that wants change in her life. And I respect and honor you. Hey, I'm not gonna keep on, banging this in your ear. I'm not. Some of y'all probably may be offended, and that's fine. I'm just trying to be as sincere as I can be and tell you that, yo, there's a better life waiting for you. It may not be Charlotte, but it's anywhere but New York. Aren't you tired? Yo, let me tell you something. The last time I lived there, I didn't have a car, right? I got on a dollar van, went up straight up Guy Brewer, caught the E-train at Parsons, went to Manhattan, and I'm sitting here saying to myself, yo, I don't want to do this shit anymore. I don't mind visiting. I don't want to do this anymore. And I've drove in New York as well. And yo, man, I'm going home. I don't know what I'm going to do today. I just know it's a beautiful day. It's windy. It's nice. Man, this is the life. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all be easy.